Yes, go on.
Okay. Hello, everybody. This is your host for today, and I cordially welcome you all to this much anticipated debate, which is being held exclusively on the platform of Learn English. This is a debate of its kind. It's a boys versus girls debate, and I am very sure it will be full of excitement and dedication, along with respect to your opponent team. Good luck to both the teams. And now, my co host Napster will inform you about the rules and regulations that you must follow. So please pay attention. Over to you, Napster.
So, hi everybody to the debate, and the rules and regulation for today will be so for the first round, whosoever is participating, make sure that you listen to these rules and regulations very carefully because this all the things depends on the rules that you follow. So, the first thing that I would like to mention is there will be the first round in which team the debaters from team A and team B will present their views for 3 minutes and make sure that you don't go over 3 minutes. I will be keeping a record on the timer. So make sure that it's your responsibility that you don't go beyond 3 minutes. If you are going beyond 3 minutes, then I will interfere in between and I will let you know. Also, for the counter, first, for example, if team A is speaking, or if the team A is speaking for 3 minutes, then the other team will get 1 minute to counter them. And then for reply also from the team A, you will get 1 minute. So this means in the first round, first thing will be for 3 minutes, and then 1 minute and 1 minute will be given for the counters. And then we have the second round in which only two participants from each team, that is two participants from team A and team B will participate, and they will continue to counter each other for 6 minutes. And this won't go beyond 6 minutes, so make sure that your points are ready, and two participants for each team will be countering each other on the same topic. Then that will another round is the third round, which is from the host or any member from the any kind of team which the host feels suitable. So he will be saying the conclusion part for the day. If there is any doubt, any queries, you can ask now, because once the debate is started, we won't be attending any kind of query and you need to follow the rules. Also, try to make the decorum when somebody is speaking. Don't try to interfere at all. Just let them complete and then be ready for the counter. Then you will be having all the rights to say. But before that, don't try to interrupt whenever there is somebody who is speaking, except in the second round. In first round, make sure that you don't interrupt anybody. So is there any doubt from any kind of participant? Just feel free to ask right now, or else we will start
Yeah,
with the.
actually, there is a request that whenever a participant has spoken for 2.5 minutes, just give that person a reminder that only
Okay,
30
but
seconds are left.
okay, that I can do bit too, but I feel like this will be kind of an interruption. But still, if you say so, I will try to give a little bit of hint. So I think most of the things are clear, and we are from the boys. We are the first team, so I will start with it. Daphne, do you agree with it? Like, should we start now, or is there
Yeah,
anything that you
Napster.
want to say? Okay.
Yeah.
So for the debate and from my team, Team A, Bittu will be the first debater who is going to say. So Bittu, over to you, and all the very best.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity, for giving me the opportunity to speak. So, good evening, everyone. I am Bittu, speaking from boys team, and we are holding the opinion that boys suffer more as compared to girl child. So, starting with the definition, what is actually child abuse? It means when someone who is taking care of the child hurts his feelings or his body. So it is either it can be physical abuse or it can be emotional abuse. So obviously it happens with both, whether it is girl child or boy child. So so I will make it clear that there is a misconception that only girl child suffers a lot. So I will explain one by one all the different kind of abuses, and we will see that boys also suffer the same level. So starting with the physical abuse, you all can observe that even if a boy is less physically fit than a girl child, the person will will do physical abuse more with the boy. Girl will be definitely given a priority that they should not be harmed. So So that's why you can see physical abuse is completely more inclined towards giving benefit to girl child. Then talking about the second type of abuse, it can be sexual abuse. So you it can happen with both, whether it is girl child or boy child. It is generally caused by your close family member or a trusted adult. So it also happens with both. There is no such criteria that only girls are suffering from this. Another type of abuse can be neglect. Neglect means when you are not getting proper care or supervision from your parents or guardians. So uh, you can see that in society there is a kind of moral duty going on everywhere, that you have to take care of girl child, that they should not be given any kind of suffering, while a boy child is relatively neglected in this part. Even if they are suffering, the people don't take it so seriously. For example, you can just call a child helpline, and if you say that you are being teased by a girl, they won't even entertain it. They will just laugh out and cut the call. So this is what happening. So, and another thing, if you see whenever a girl or boy child performs better, you will see that girls are getting more rewarded. And definitely there are many kind of scholarship schemes that are only reserved for girls.
Twenty-five
Speaking from
seconds.
the yeah from the lowest level, it can be, you can see that berths are preserved in railways, etc., for girls, and even in parliament there are seats reserved for girls only. So I would like to conclude saying that yeah, we should definitely empower women, but we have also to think that the boy child should also not suffer regarding their rights. We should also treat them equally. Yeah, that's all. Thanks.
Hmm. My team member is
Okay,
done.
we
Who is
too.
going to counter? Okay.
Great take on the topic. Now I would like to invite Shizuka from my team. Shizuka, you there?
Yes, yes, I'm here. I'm here. So I want to
Okay,
know
you
only
get your
one
one
thing
minute.
which you said. Yeah, yeah, which you said at the end that we should treat both equally. But I want to know that thing: are girls being treated equal? Do you really think so? Because
Okay,
as
just to cite an example,
wait,
you can ask more.
because mhm. If I will talk about it, so you can see there are many partiality that parents do with the girls. If you are talking about the inheritance, then they are not getting the part of it at all. They will like you will get married with someone, so you have to take care about the household chores instead of taking responsibilities of the business and all the business whatever you are having with the family. So what's your opinion about it? I just disagree, completely disagree that we should treat both equally, because boys, as compared to the boys, girls should be treated more than boys. So that's my opinion about it. What's your?
Okay, I would say that this opinion would have hold good in past, but if you see the recent data in America, the parents are more preferring girl child. And even in Japan, if you see recent studies, they are having a single child. Still, more than 70 to 75 people prefer girl child because they think that they are easy to raise and they are more quiet and calmer.
I think you
So
should not mention this thing that even having a single child, because if the parents are having a single child, so they are desiring that it should be at least boy.
I
You should
am telling you all about studies. It is not my personal opinion. It was all based on facts. I can even forward it to you. That's why I am citing this. Okay, so this is why I am saying that already we have made much improvement. Now girls are getting equal opportunities,
not
whether it is in every field, education.
Bitu,
Sorry.
you are just looking at the bright side of the things. Try to look at the dark side of the things. There are many things that is happening with the girls
Okay.
and they're not getting
Yeah,
the.
I
Okay. So
definitely do agree,
Shizuka
but
and
I'm
Beto, the time is over. It was enough because you got one minute each. So let's move on to the other team now. So Daphne, who is the participant who is going to debate from your side?
Yes, Napster. From our side, I will be inviting Sizzling Senorita, who is going to present a sizzling performance and arguments that's going to leave everyone speechless. So come on, Sizzling Senorita.
Yeah, thank you, Daphne. Thank you for giving me the opportunity. First of all, good evening, everyone. Myself, Sizzling Senorita, in favor of girls' side. That speaking in favor of girls' side, that girl child has to face more abuse problems as compared to boys. So So I agree that the struggles of human life are shared by both men and women, and similarly by girls and boys during childhood. But being a witness, I would like to emphasize more on the problems faced by girls during childhood years. The patriarchal Indian society's burdens fell upon a girl child in many ways, as during childhood she is not given opportunity to play tough sports of her choice, as it is not feminine. It is considered as her duty for first learn house chores more perfectly. She is not allowed to go out easily, and checks are mentioned on her dressing, preventing her from dressing by her own wish and comfort. Um, she is reminded of sitting properly, laughing properly, and speaking lesser to maintain her decency. Not allowed to meet her friends and enjoying with often, which is readily allowed for boys. She's ever feared by harassment and teasing at any place she goes, because there is no one to stop the bullies from doing wrong, but everyone to stop innocent girl from falling prey to them. During the crisis time, it is the female child who first faces deprivation, be it in the form of educational, nutritional, or other assets. She suppresses her needs to let her brothers get theirs. In extreme cases, in some families, a girl child is killed even before she is born. If she is born, she faces discrimination at every stage, getting things of her choice at the time of getting admission in good schools or getting rewards for doing anything good. She is discriminated against her brother, and also they are considered as a burden on their families, as marrying them and safeguarding them would be a cost. During her teenage, she is introduced with apparent devil, that is her periods, with much suspicion and fear, which comes every month with a lot of pain and physical and emotional mess. She is told to not share this with anyone, including her family members, and is devoid of right knowledge of natural physical process. If from rural or economically low background girl child is often deprived of sanitary pads. These additional stressors remains within the account of a girl child only, and their effects are seen in almost every sphere of her life, be it her self confidence, freedom, skill development, mental health, and relationship, thereby affecting her career. Therefore, it becomes imperative for us as a society to together try to uproot the discriminatory notions and help a girl child to overcome them, so that she can be a healthy contributor to the national progress. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar also similarly reflected this in his quote, that I measure the progress of a community by the progress of the women in that community. Thank you. That's all.
Amazing, Sizzling Senorita. You not only presented your arguments, but you came up with amazing data. So, Nat, what do you think?
Okay, it was a good speech for sure. So for the counterpart, I have Bittu who is ready with his point. So let's hear it from Bittu. Bittu, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, congrats, Sizzling. Yeah, it was really an appreciable and amazing speech. So my question to you is, as per recent study by Institute of Population Problems in Japan, where they majorly follow a single child policy, it was observed that 75% people who were part of this survey, they said that they would prefer a girl child as their single child. So it ultimately proves that we are already making progress towards general gender equality. Don't you think so? That we have already improved on this.
Oh, okay. So the surveys are conducted only on a handful on few thousand people and are even misleading sometimes. But if you see ground reality, still there are so many physical and emotional abuses prevailing, specifically against girl child, like unequal opportunities in field of education or career progress, or whether it be facing ignorant behavior from family members or relatives.
Yeah, okay. Thanks for your answer.
Okay, Napster. So now it's your turn. Invite a member from your team. Our team performed so well till now. I hope they do similarly.
Okay. So I have somebody who is ready to give his debate. So Gaurav, if you are there and you are listening, you can go ahead now.
Come on, Napster.
Okay.
Is it a
Okay, he is
okay?
not
Yeah. If
feeling
your
well.
member
Okay,
is
Yeah,
there.
so
I think
definitely there
he's
is a
not here.
change of plans. He's not feeling well, so Shobit will take over. Shobit, you go ahead.
Uh,
Okay, all the best, Shobit.
okay, thank you. What I believe that I totally agree with all of you who is spoken, and I would like to add some points. Like majority of the peoples who are judging boys by their values. So I think boys suffers a lot because boys have to make their values in life because everyone wanted to uh, saw you as a successful person, and the thing is the boys will be rated by their values, by their skills, by their behaviors, which which matters a lot. So we have to make our values uh, and the thing which matters is our privilege. So we have to make it, and we have to focus on that. uh, and like if we talk about the sacrificing the life in violence, and like we take if they take the example of war of Mahabharata, battle of Mahabharata. So the the persons who sacrifice their lives, approximately 90% of people who sacrifice their lives, they are men. And so when it's come to sacrifice, so men can sacrifice their life. So it's also being a tough decisions, and we also have a responsibilities as well of our families, of our children, to nurture them. So uh, I think it's also a very challenging, um, and apart from pros, and there would be a uh, we have a only advantage that we have a freedom to walk anywhere, to go anywhere. We are free from the from sexual harassment as well. So that's my point of view.
Okay, very nicely said, Shobit, and the points were very valid. So let's see who is going to counter you and what they have to say. So definitely over to you. Let's see who is going to come from your side now.
Okay, so from my side, I will invite Sizzling Senorita. Okay, seems like it's a change of plan. So we won't be inviting Sizzling anymore. Protagonist, are you there?
I hope I'm clearly audible to you.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, should I start my argument?
Yeah, protagonist. All the best.
Yeah, sure. Yes, sure.
Yeah, Shobit, as far as you're saying that yes, boys are encouraged to be strong, to be successful, isn't it a bad thing?
No.
No. So why you are feeling upset about these things? Girls, on the other hand, are discouraged for going out to interact socially.
Like
So
I'm not talking about the I'm just talking about the majority of the people. They think like that. So now the things would be changed, but uh, at that age the things would be changed. But now I'm talking about the majority of the people who are thinking like that.
yes, my dear friend,
Because
but it
I
is
know.
ultimately a benefit for you and an advantage that yes, your parents and the society is encouraging you to be strong, to be successful. On the other hand, women are, suppressed or discouraged to do social things, or in society they are also discriminated, whether it was a political agenda, whether it was economically or social interference. And I just want to raise a very specific topic which used
No,
to be
that's
neglected
that's
so
not
many
the
times.
thing.
Let me complete my words, Shobit. Let
As,
me complete my words. And let me just keep your eyes on those females who are living in rural areas, who even face problem when they are want to go, like, as I'm not even getting the words, when they hit their period time, they even not getting the financial aid where they are really needed in. Even people have made that admit the entire menstruation cycle are a myth or hype that is unholy. It's something which is called as demonic. I don't know why people are thinking in that manner, but child who just hit their poverty and facing those kinds of problems, even with those cramps, with period pains, they have to face all of these discrimination and sarcasms, or then to the bad words from the society. And let me tell you one thing, even now the girls of rural area don't have any toilet in their households, or nor they have any financial facility to buy sanitary napkins, or some very minor things which they are in need to keep themselves safe, but they are still lacking with all those things. What is your opinion on that? Don't you think this is something which need to be improved?
yeah, actually, Senorita, we have advantage of, we don't have like you're saying that menstruation cycle. So definitely, you guys suffer a lot by physical, but and we have advantage of that. Uh, but you know what? The mental issue would be more in would be find
It's
in
not
boys, I think.
it's not about
And
Okay, so
the
guys,
mental
the
mental
time limit is over.
thing
Protagonist,
is
Shobit,
like,
both of you, the time limit is over, and it's never enough when we are talking about the woman card. So don't worry.
and as Bettu
Now,
mentioned that there are lots of scholarship for the girls, for the women empowerment. So uh,
okay, so Shobit, the
those who are
time we
coming
need to
from the,
follow the time. Shobit, don't worry, don't worry.
okay,
We have
okay.
to follow the time limit. Don't worry. So Daphne is the now it's your turn, and I feel like now you should call your debater who is coming for the next, so that
Yeah.
we are in the
So
time
now
limit
I'll be
only.
calling. Yeah. So now I'll be calling Shizuka, who is gonna give a fiery performance now. Shizuka, all the best. Come on.
Yes, yes. Okay, so good evening to my respective host and to my participants as well. So here we have the topic that is being a child who suffers a lot. And I'm completely in the favor of girls, that being a child, girls suffer a lot as compared to the boys. Now I would like to extend the things that I want to highlight. However, there are many more, but I want to raise the main issues, that is safety about the girls. So let me tell you how much insecure girls are. So if I will initiate the things, then it will be like that. It's a saying that both girl and boys enjoy equal opportunities, but it's just a matter of saying for me, as this statement is completely appropriate. Because as far as freedom and safety of girls are concerned, India lags behind. Not even one case, but there are many more. But if I will try to make the points on it, then initial point will be like that. Girl safety in India has always been a challenge for law and order authorities in the country. The plus point for it is that when crime happens, especially in girls' case, everyone gets idea about it when it happens. But before that, nobody concerned about it. And secondly, rape that also include incest. Incest, we can say, when someone who is from your family members, who is belong to your relatives, gives the attempts for molesting a girl. Sexual molestation is also here. Unwanted sexual touching, mental harassment, deprivation of emotional care or isolation, and these activities are increasing instead of decreasing. And additionally, on the one side, girls are given the feet of goddess and everyone worships them. On the other hand, you can see that there are many girls that are being sold into prostitution. This is the main point. And I really like if someone will counter me on it. So this is the condition of girls, that girls can't even live the life they want. And this is not enough. Not a day goes by where you don't hear of the news of a crime against girls in India. It is extremely painful to watch the status of girls' safety in India, especially in a country where girls are given the stature of goddess. If I will try to highlight more things, then I will try to elongate it by the discrimination word. That is, girls are most likely to experience the negative impact of discrimination. It can be distracted access to education, a lower standing in society, less freedom to make decisions around their personal and family life, and lower wages for the jobs and work they do. So I have done with that.
Okay, so very well said. And for the counter, I would like to invite Shobhit. Shobhit, if you are here and if you were listening to Shizuka, would you like to counter her?
Okay. Like what she is saying is totally appropriate, but the thing is the thing which matters there
And the second,
if we
Shobit,
talk about
I was talking about the condition of girls. Was it completely appropriate? Whatever I said, are you agree on this point? If you are agreed, then I really want my cause that give at least 1 point to us on it. Shobit, waiting for you. Anything
actually yeah, actually girls suffers a lot by that behavior,
on
like
this thing I want, Shobit? Do you
but
agree on this point that girls suffers a lot or not? Just let me know yes or no.
I don't know, definitely no, because I recently heard one news, like in Delhi, 6 years old boy who was raped by uh, who was raped, and it's a genuine news, so it's not like that.
About the
uh,
girls. What do you think about the girls? I have mentioned one thing that you can see nowadays in every newspaper, that there are at least one case that you can read about it, that girls are getting molested by someone. So what do you think? I didn't mention this thing. I know about it. If something else you wanna say, so say it except this.
yes, um, it's all about the literacy now. What it would depend upon the person, and the case of the molestation and rape are in India. uh, but now the things would be
One
changed. Now girls are very secured, and uh, now girls are very secure, so no need to point out that point that girls are getting raped by
Are
the
you taking
by
guarantee?
the
Wait a
by,
second, wait
by
a
the boys or
second.
not.
Shobit, are you taking guarantee of it that girls are secure? If you are taking guarantee, then let me know. I will inform to government.
No, I'm not taking the guarantee because
So what? You
uh,
don't need to say it if you're not taking
I'm
the guarantee of it. The girls are secure. I don't think so they are secure. They are
government
mentioned
is there to take
exactly
the
told you
guarantee
about
of
it.
that. Why I'm not the government, but how I take the responsibility of the girl? There is a
But
government.
you have mentioned clearly to me that girls are secure nowadays. You have
No, no,
mentioned it.
no. I'm not totally agree with you because, like, in all the cities, everything is open for the girls as well. They have to walk. They have to walk
So
freely
you
on the
are
roads.
cutting out of your
Um,
words. You are
there's
cutting out of your words.
no any restrictions, Shizuka.
There are
Okay,
many.
so guys, the time is up,
It's all
and
about
you got
destiny,
your one
what
minute.
destiny you have. So
Okay, I have done with that.
And still, I would say that nobody can take anybody's guarantee for sure. But it was really nice hearing both the sides, and fabulous speech by both of you, fabulous counter by both of you. So now it's my team's turn again, and let me call someone and who will be the debater for now, which is Aditya. If you are ready and if you're listening, just go ahead. It's your time now, and all the very best.
Yeah, obviously. So first of all, can you tell me, am I audible clearly, guys?
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, yeah, perfect. Okay, let's start. So, hey there, very good evening to all of you, our respected hosts and judges, and honorable participants and non-participants. Okay, so here I'm going to talk about being a child who suffer a lot, girls or boys. So obviously, guys, boys suffer a lot. Okay, I'm giving you some ideas. So, like, first of all, I would like to ask a question to you all. Okay, like, are you all thinking like girls suffer a lot being a child? Then obviously you are totally wrong. Okay, why? Okay, can anyone tell me like who have to earn money in your family? Hey, who have to serve food on your table? Okay, think it. Obviously it's men. Okay, or boys. So one thing it is like most important. Okay, that guys, only girls cook food. If you are thinking like only girls cook food in their home, then obviously you are wrong. Okay, just take a look on a family. Just take a look on a family where parents have only son. Okay, at that place, boys have to do all the household works that he could do. Apart from this, okay, just move on other side. Apart from this, if you are thinking that girls have to cook food, wash clothes, wash utensils, brooming, so listen carefully with your open ear. Okay, boys do outward work like purchasing some ingredients, some useful substance like purchasing vegetables and other substance, supporting with fathers in his business. Okay, boys have to suffer much, guys. I'm telling you how. Just in if in any family, okay, there will be one boy and two girls. Just think about that boy. Okay, he have to pressure of his sisters that after some period of years he have to be arrange and help and also have to earn money to arrange a marriage of her sister. He have a very like enormous pressure. Boys have a lots of responsibility. Okay, of his family. One another thing, like if girls won't earn, okay, it can be possible. Listen again, if girls won't earn, okay, it can be possible. But as you can know very well, you all know very well, if she will marry her family, if she will marry, okay, obviously her family can be run. But in case of boys, just think about it. In case of boys, if boys won't earn, their family couldn't be run. He has to suffer much. Take a look on some entrance exam. What is happening nowadays? Okay, girls are acquiring all the seats that was reserved for not reserved that was for boys. And in this way, what is happening? Boys have to suffer much. They are preparing again and again for some entrance exam, even though they couldn't try, they couldn't crack that exam because girls are acquiring those seats. Girls are getting those seats. Apart from this, like if they want to get those seats, obviously they can run their family, but boys can't. Boys have ample amount of pressure. Like they every time we have to think, what should I do? What should I do? From where I can get money? Anytime. But for girls, not. Is like he have to know. Like she hasn't need to think anything. Okay, she knows. Like after some time, when I will marry to someone, obviously he will learn I can run my family. Yeah, obviously there are some girls those are not thinking like this. If I like they're also thinking to earn money. Obviously that's a good thing. But for boys, that is most important factors. Boys have to think
Aditya,
anytime.
time. Aditya, time.
Obviously, thank you so much. Here I want to stop my points. Really.
Okay, so very nice speech, Aditya, and so valid points, and I totally agree with it. So let's see who is going to counter you, and it will be a tough one. So definitely, who is the person that who is going to counter Aditya?
Okay, first of all, I will really congratulate Aditya on the points he presented. So, to counter him, I will call protagonist, and she will really counter your points well.
Yes. Am I audible to you?
Yes, protagonist.
Yeah. So since you have raised the point of responsibility, or you have raised the responsibility of earning money, don't you think why only men are encouraged to earn money? Isn't it an essential for women as well? And what about serving food? Don't you think your mother and your sister is going to serve food when you're going to have a dinner tonight? Isn't it? Your answer, my friend?
Okay, really, thank you so much for putting your question. Okay, so I would like to ask you first question. Like, if you are thinking, like, don't you think, like, men only working, okay, they have some responsibility. Obviously, men have responsibility. If you will not earn, if your father will not earn, like, he will not give money, and you can't get a food that you are getting a wholesome food in your family.
This is the orthodox
Okay,
mentality. Brother, this is the orthodox mentality that only fathers will go and earn something, not our
okay,
mothers.
I have one another question. Can you tell me, like, if you are thinking like this, so who took first decision in your family, whether your mother or father? Can you
This
tell
is
me?
and let me tell you one thing, that there are so many women in this society who also earn money and do the entire household before going to the 9 to 5 jobs. They do entire households, then go to their jobs, then come home, start doing households again, take care of their childs. Okay, so it's not about only responsibility. Let me tell you one more thing.
Okay, okay, say, put your question. I will answer on them. Yeah.
And a man who is already married is not a child anymore. Okay, and if you're telling about a father responsibility, you should consider mothers as well.
Okay, okay. So, like, don't you think like boys have to think much? Okay, for the future, because like he having also sisters, so he have to think much. Like, what will happen from
Yeah,
where I can earn
absolutely.
money?
And
Don't you
that's a
think like
great
this?
deed, that's a great deed. Yeah, that's a great deed that they are encouraged to think about their future. They are encouraged to be powerful, to be strong, to get financially free. Why aren't females are encouraged to do so? Aren't being financially free is good? Aren't being powerful is amazing?
Here, listen carefully.
So
Here,
that's
topic is being a child who suffer a lot. So obviously, at that place, okay, boys suffer a lot, as he have to start to thinking at the time
just
of
let me
puberty. Yeah, and with some duration
let
of
me
time, he have to do like many things. He have an ample amount of responsibility,
Can you
supporting
mute your
your
mic?
fathers, like many more things. Like we have to think every time. What should we do? From where I can earn money? But it is not implementing for girls. Don't you think like this?
Can you mute your mic for a while at least?
Okay.
Yeah. So you were saying that yes, they are, they are forced to earn money, forced to study more, and this is why we are lacking. We are discouraged to study more. We are discouraged to go out for going out. This is the problem. That yes, female child also want to be get successful, but they are not encouraged. They are encouraged to do the household, stay at home, so
Listen,
that be
there are various schemes, and uh, there are various schemes which would run by the government for.
So before taking my chance, like I'm here to answer, huh? No need to worry.
yeah.
Okay,
Guys,
first of all, let us put
wait.
all the questions.
So the
Whatever.
time is over. For
Host,
first thing is the time is
host,
And I would
over,
like
and
to answer.
second,
host,
I would
let
like
me speak
to
for once.
protagonist Aditya, the time is over, and also whosoever is admin here, guys, don't try to mute when somebody is saying because they are countering or they are doing this debate. So it's a request to you. Like Shobit was literally speaking at that point of time and he was muted, so don't do it. And everything is fine.
Yeah,
Also,
so host of
protagonist
the
time is
day, I
over.
would like to
Protagonist
say
time.
that your team member is speaking in my time and he is interrupting my answers.
Protagonist. This was the see
Hey
first
guys,
thing.
guys, want to
Either you
okay,
take
yeah,
1 minute to speak, protagonist, see, if either you take 1 minute to speak thoroughly, or else you don't ask a question. See, you asked a question and then he was replying to your question because you were the one who called him out, and then you were saying that, okay, answer my question. And then you were like, no, you turn off your mic. And then he turned it off also. So I noticed. So this is your fault. This is not his fault. So don't blame it on him because you are
But
asking a
Shobit
question
started
and
and
he's obliged to reply. Like if you are asking a question, if you don't get a reply, that's also rude, right? Like
no
isn't
issue.
it? Yeah,
Let's continue
because
the
this is
debate.
something that obviously if there is a question you will get an answer. So let it be, the time is over, and make sure that you are following the time limit. Now I think the next person should go ahead, which is from Daphne's side, so you can
Yeah.
call your participant.
Yeah. So before I call my participant, I would say it would be better if both of the counter attackers utilize the 1 minute thoroughly. And if you stop talking for 1 minute, then after that you won't get another opportunity. Let the other participants speak. And if you are countering halfway, you cannot invite other members. Okay, this applies for both the teams. Do not let other team members counter. If you have started the counter attack, complete it yourself. Okay, so let's invite a participant from my team. Let's see who wants to go. Protagonist? I think you have more to speak over here. Why don't you go?
Yeah, absolutely. So let me just
Okay.
start from a mother womb, Let me just start from a mother womb. Let me tell you one story. It is quite brief. Okay, so a couple have had their second daughter. Okay, so their mother-in-law fell unconscious. That, oh my God, what has happened? Such a coincidence. We got the another daughter, and the same old lady is celebrating a son's birth. Okay, you know shouting aloud that yeah, the son has born, was unconscious at the burn of a second daughter. So this is how a suffering of a girl child starts. She has to face each and every second of her life the discrimination that their parents or their grandparents throw on her. Okay, even when she go to the school, she has to face so many bullies. Okay, so many discrimination. Even when she tries to choose her career, she decided to be a political leader, but she can't because society said her that you can't do it, that you are not able to lead the men dominated society. So this is how we mentally suppressed by the society or by our parents. Even at our house we are encouraged to stay at home so that we should be safe. Okay, they are saying that we are being protective towards you. Just don't go out. Someone would rape you, someone would molest you if you go out there. And so the girl decided to stay at home, being all alone, roaming around her own house. This is how it's end. So it's not only about biological problems, it's also about psychological pressure or about the social pressure which a female gets from the society or from her each parents. This is how it happens. Even she had to do the housework or manage her work hours as well. Then she had to study, and then she also have to face the entire discrimination from the society. But they still think, this male dominated society still think that yes, boys are suffering more than female childs. And there was a person who was telling about sacrifices by Gaurav in Mahabharata. What happened with Panchali that day in the Mahabharata? Did you read that chapter of the entire scene which happened with Panchali? Did you know what happened with Sita? Don't you know the Nirbhaya case?
But
Yeah,
you,
that's all
but
from me.
by
I
in those
would like to
situations, you don't
know
blame
the answer.
uh, whole man's community. We are not responsible for that. That is an
No, it's
incident.
about
Okay,
community. When scene was happening with Panchali, there was the entire society. It was the entire society
Okay, so
who just
guys,
let
hold on. And
the
now,
thing is,
Shobit, calm down. Shobit, calm down. You can't speak in between. So we have another person who is going to counter her very well, which is okay. Let me check the name. So Priyanshu, go ahead, and it's your time. Take a minute and then counter her. Tell her what you have to say, and then she will get 1 minute to say whatever she wants to say. Wait. Priyanshu, your voice is very low. What is it, my? Yeah, now we can hear you. Yes.
treat girls as a god, means girls as a goddess. It is a country, means even it is the example that our country is also called Bharat Mata, not as a male. It is our country is on the name of a ladies, Bharat Mata. So it is the proof that girls are not suffer, means girls are also treated equally as a boys, and it has also a high respect in the society. So and coming to the also coming to the point, so you are also talking about education. So now girls are equally educated. Even girls are now giving competition to the girls, boys. Like recently, we have the example of Shruti Sharma, who got AI Year One. Means there is lot of example where we can prove that girls are also empower in the societies. And if I talk, I will take you in the history. So Harappa, Indus Valley civilization, Harappa, there was a matriarchal society, not a patriarchal society. In matriarchal society, women empowerment, and from history to tell, women are now empowered. And coming also talking about some changes that if girls are being suffer a lot now, so sati pratha and punarvivas are not being vanished. They are vanished, that they are shown that
Okay.
women
So
are
Priyanshu, time up, time up. Let's hear it from protagonist again, which she has to reply to you if she was listening to you.
Yeah, absolutely. My friend was telling about different colleges for girls. I don't know why we get in the need of opening different girls' college. Yeah, maybe it might be cause of, cause girls get molested by someone, maybe one of his teacher, or his, or might be from his own mate. That's why we get in need to open new colleges for only girls so that they can pursue their dreams as well, so that they can study. At least they can be literate so that they can read or they can, learn something new so that they can be dependent to get a decent income and to survive. That's what was the main reason behind opening different colleges for girls. I hope I was clear. Did you get your
Sorry.
answer?
Okay. Like you're saying that there are girls degree colleges in which the girls are pursuing their degrees, but it's not like that. Uh, like you have a fear of anything. Like you said, your professor tried to uh, try to harass you, but it's not like that. We also have a boys high schools as well, and there is a boarding school in which only boys are there for their degrees. So it's not like that. If there is a girls degree college, so it's only for your encouragement to give a chance. Okay, it's not uh, just such see the bright side of coin.
Okay, so now we have the time limit and it's done. So also just informing you, Daphne, because Priyanshu's voice was not clear. It was very low. That's why Shobit was countering it. And now I feel like this is the turn of my team, and I will call my next debater. Already I feel like we have an impact where we are trying to overpower the other team. So let's hear more from my participants. So now Veer will go ahead. So Veer, if you are there, if you are listening and active, it's your time. You go ahead. All the best.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Uh, Actually, today I am feeling scared before speaking in front all of you on this topic. This is the proof that we have to suffer a lot. We even cannot defend our side. We cannot say that we are suffering. If we say on the public platform we are going to burn alive like Bruno, but if we talk about gender equality, though it is not directly related to it, but I just want to make a brief description about it. And gender equality seems like ideal concept, but remain as a mirage in a rich country like us. It's not only good for the written, but good for the society. when I talk about equality should be there, but unfortunately, inequality is there, discrimination is there. There is a difference, there is a biological difference, but when this different biological different attached with some values, it became chaotic. But now it has changed. The society has changed tremendously in this new era. Seema Roy is a commander trainer, and Sanjeev Kumar is a chef. Britain, Finland, Bangladesh is running by a woman. It is not that if any girl want to do it, she will not do it. And struggle is a gender neutral part. Everyone have to face if they want to rise. The other part is uh, people were discussing about Gita. They were giving example of Gita and all. So I just wanted to say that this, atrocity also do not have any gender. People have to suffer a lot. In the past, men also have to suffer. At the same time, female have to suffer a lot, and it depends on the time and situation also. So it is not like women have to suffer a lot; they had to suffer a lot. Both have, both had to suffer a lot, and it was unfortunate that. And the next thing is that I just wanted to share that we know, and everybody was talking about it, that men are considered as a breadwinner in the society. This concept should also be changed. Why there is a very less women representation in the labor forces, even in the bureaucracy, in the politics, and every field there is a less representation. It's not like they are deliberately far away from this thing. If they want to, they can. Gita Gopinath, there are ample number of examples are there. They can, and they should be financial free. They should be.
Okay, so
The,
it's
the
right now.
yeah. Thank you.
So, Daphne, over to you. Who is the person who is going to counter Veer?
Okay, so to counter Veer, I would like to invite Sizzling Senorita.
Okay, so Veer, you spoke, like you said, society has changed and cited few examples. But don't you think we should see it in generalized view that what is happening at large in society? Like we all can see girls face more restrictions and discrimination in every phases of life. What do you
They
think?
have to change. They have to change. They have to change, and it is also a duty of women, girls. They have to change. They have to set the example for the other girls also. And it is also said that women are the biggest enemy of women. Why it is also there? It should be these things also should be changed, and they should create more example for the girls. They can come into the in the society. It is, I think it is, and it should be to provide space for the individual. It's the time has changed where gender used to define the capability. Now individual have to prove themselves.
Who said they have changed? Like I can see there are a lot of girls uh, who don't have a mobile phone even. So what do you say? What do you think?
People who are on the VC, they have mobile phone. It means that they have representation here also.
No, there are a lot of girls, but
There
even
are a
they
lot of
want
boys also. They do not have phone.
to know. Okay, so like my question. Uh, My question to you is like, in our surrounding, we can see that boys easily can get permission to hang out with their friends, to go on trips, while girls have to go to face so many questions every time they step out from their home. So,
Even I
what
also
would you
do
like
not
to say?
get permission to visit everywhere. I have to take permission, and it is more on the security concern. Parents generally have security
Oh my
concern
God, I think you
for
are
their
lying.
child. No, no, I absolutely not. And people who know about me, they know.
Okay, thank you.
It is a
Okay, so guys,
security
the
concern.
time.
Thank you.
Okay, okay, it was really nice, and the reply from Veer was so nice, and I really appreciate it. So, Daphne, now it's your turn. So, a debater should come from your team.
Okay, so now for the women, we will invite Priya. You there, Priya?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, I'm here. So thank you for
Okay, rock
inviting
it,
me.
baby.
Yeah. So according to me, the word belief is an integrated social system that in all aspect of life, be it professional or personal, is male dominated. So in this society is bound to be following a parasical societal system where the rules maker are mostly men, and sadly there lies a huge problem. The decision maker and the hierarchy below them are also male dominated, and hence women are not considered a part of society, and the rules made only favor to the men. So the main problem that lies in society in the rules set for women about conduct and behavior. Some of them are problematic, as a woman cannot step out at night without a man. This subconsciously is only promoting the idea that women are unsafe, and due to this is many homes in India. The families treated the girls differently than boys. I totally agree this point. Gender roles are set, how a woman speaks, dresses, chooses a way to live her life is also decided by someone else, men and women, but is still perceived to have some sort of power over women. Some rules that the women expected to abide by, they must accommodating. They also should compromise even when they are in unhappy, unsafe environment. There is no safe place for women to seek help, and they should learn all the domestic codes. The consequences of all these rules are increased rapes, sexual harassment, subjection to child marriage. Women are better than the percentage of marital rape. When a woman speaks, missing due to child tracking and are forced to grow up in a harassed environment, that can even be life threatening. Needless to mention, women is being harassed in public places also. The problem of dowry, if I talk about dowry system, where the girl's family has to give a large amount of groom's family, is an age old and regressive problem that is still prevailing. Due to the inability of providing dowry, many families get suicided. Father gets suicided because his daughter doesn't got married because of dowry only. Beauty is also becoming a problem for women, and so is complexion. Fair looking women, especially for lower castes and religions, is not acceptable. If she is not beautiful, she is not fair, no one are going to marry with her. Yes, that's all from my side.
Okay, so very nice speech by Priya, and very well written also. So, we have for the counter Veer. So, I would like to ask you that if you want to say something, just counter now.
How much time I can ask question?
1 minute.
Okay, so I ask question continuously or one by one?
Up to you. You just
As you
speak for
wish.
1 minute. Yeah,
Okay,
unlimited.
okay, okay, okay. The first thing is that you said that dress, about the dress. Society generally decides the dress code. I really do not agree with you. My mom decide my dress, and the number of clothes or the number of sweaters I am wearing in the winter is directly proportional to winter feeling by mom. So mother decide the dress. not society. Second, dowry system. It is there. It is a evil in the society. But why there is a need to give dowry? Why they do not? Unemployment person will not even he or he do not have courage to ask dowry. But people do not marry their girl child to an unemployment person. They are ready to give dowry, and you will see the dowry rate. It is directly proportional to the income earned by the boy. Don't you agree with me?
Yes, so your first question is about dress. Your mom really decided your dress, Veer? I don't think so. 98%, if I talk about new type of guys, then it will be 2%, okay? But if I talk about 98%, uh, uh, girls' dresses are also always decided by their mother and father. And if she is wearing something, yeah, shorts or something like that, they all know, no, don't allow the daughter for that. And if let's talk about your second question, dowry system. If I'm going to earn some money, in fact that if the guy is earning 3 or 4 lakh per month, after that he will take dowry according to their earning. Don't you think so?
That is my question. That is my question. If you are earning a lot of money, why don't you marry with an unemployment person? He will not be able to ask a single money. He will not even ask you single money to give him.
But here we have to see the caste system also. We have to marry with the guy which I like. Why I should marry with you if you are poor? I don't like you. Why should I marry you?
So, yeah, absolutely, this is the point, na? This is the point. This is the root cause of dowry. And men should not be. I
And
mean,
if I'm
they are
if
not
I'm
culprit for
earning
dowry.
if
Yeah.
I'm earning 3 lakh per month, I'm not earning for you actually. I'm earning for myself. If I want to marry with
Okay.
my boy, if he is earning 2 lakh per month, then I will marry with that boy.
Yes.
Why should you force
Yes.
me that I should marry with the poor boy?
Okay. Okay. I got your point. So, why a man generally marry with a girl who doesn't earn? Don't you think it is
They
a
don't they don't get married. She is not earning, so they are not going to marry with her. If she is poor, even she is not fair, she is not beautiful, you are not going to marry with her.
my
Okay,
my
guys, your
You
point was.
time is up. We Priya, time is up, and also it was really nice hearing you. You were countering very well, and I totally agree that both the sides should be rich enough to get married. And now it's our turn. So let me see who is the next participant that who is going to come. So Priyanshu, if you are here and if you like, you can check. Now you should go ahead. It's your turn. 3 minutes is all yours.
Am I audible?
Yeah, perfectly.
Yeah. So, uh, firstly, I would like to correct my formal speaker from my team. Adit had said that government boys suffer a lot in government exam because of girls reservation. So it is not for girls reservation. It is boys suffer from unreserved category suffer a lot. So now coming to the point. So nowadays from the birth of when a boy has take a birth, it is not take a birth with lot of expectation from their children parents that my son become doctor, my son become engineer, my son become that thing. So the thing is that it is only applied for a boys, no. So it is also applied for a girls, no, because when a girl is taking a birth, it is taking birth with happiness, but a boy take birth with the expectation. When a girl will take birth, it is treated as a god, Durga, Shakti. But if a boy is taking the birth, people are saying that it is the person who will improve the condition of the family, uh, and it is the harsh truth of the society. And coming to the next point. So there is a criteria for boys when he is getting to married, that if a boy is employed, then he will get married. uh, should it is also applied for a girls, means if boys, if we are talking about gender equality, so it is a gender equality, no, means if women are unemployment, still he will get married, he will people can't say a single word to the woman when if he is unemployed. But if the boy is unemployed, people are saying, see, that person is 28-year-old and still he is unemployment. So did you feel the pain of that time? How the boy will feel the pain at that time? I agree that women will feel the pain of 26 about 26 bones break during the giving the birth of a child. I agree, I will respect the courage of the girl. But did you have feel the pain of the boy when he is unable to do a job? He is haven't a job and he have the responsibility of his family, his sister marriage, his higher education loan. No, you can't feel, because boys are not crying. Now people are saying, but boys are crying, but they are not so off. Because, and I will also say that 300 million people are facing anxiety depression, and about more than 200 are only boys are facing anxiety depression because of job, because of depression, because of relationship society. Boys are facing these things from their child to death. Boys are, when boys are wake up, he have to wake up at 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, and at 9 o'clock he have to go for a job, and after 5 o'clock he have come up home and he will also prepare for the next day. But it is not happen with the girls. When girls will have to girls have more to go picnic, go trip, he will free from his mind, he will go anywhere because he had no any responsibility. So it is a equality, no. And still we are saying girls are more suffer. No, boys are suffering also. Yeah, in society girls are suffering, it is a truth. But boys suffer a lot. And also coming to the point that during the government job, did you feel the pain when a boy is preparing for 6 years, 7 years, and still he haven't get job, he haven't a source for his livelihood? Did you feel how much thing, how much pain he will feel? He will fall down his own eyes. His boys will leave the home to make the home. It is with the boy, but it is not happen with the girl. If girl, there is a choice for a girl. Would you like to do job? Would you like to do things and all? There for girls there is lot of option, but for a boys there is only one option, that you are made to make, you are made to make the home, and that's a boy. Thank you.
Okay, very nice, Priyanshu, and absolutely in the time limit. Very nice. So let's see who is going to counter you. Although your voice was a little bit low, but absolutely clear for me at least. So Daphne, who is there, that who is going to counter him?
So, from our team, Shizuka would go to counter him.
Yes. Okay. So first point that Priyanshu mentioned, that is girls are girls girls should be worshipped as a goddess. So I have already mentioned this thing, that on the one hand you can see that girls are given the feet of goddess and everyone worship them, and on the other hand you can see that there are many girls that are being sold into prostitution. What do you think about it? Don't you think it's a crime that you are solding the girls for such kind of crimes and for such kind of activities? So what's your opinion about it? First let me know it, and rest of the points I will raise after it.
Come again.
Please be little loud. I'm having
Yeah,
hard
come
time to
again.
listen.
Yeah, can you repeat? Because of network issue, I haven't get you proper.
Was I not audible to you? Okay, let it be. Let me repeat it. Repeat the same thing again. You have mentioned one thing, that these are the girls that has been worshipped by the people as a goddess. So here when I was giving my speech, I have mentioned one thing, that is, on the one side girls are given the feet of goddess and everyone worships them, and on the other hand you can see that there are many girls that are being sold into prostitution. So this is kind of crime that people do. They just allure the girls, especially little girls, and they sold them in outside city. So what your concern about it? I want to know about your concern.
Yeah, but nowadays it is not happen because now people are educated. It is the truth. and I will give you the example. Now the sex ratio is
I think you should keep
1054
the
into
default
1000.
saying that nowadays it's not happening. I think you should go through with some kind of studies and some kind of current affairs that is going on nowadays. It will be better for you. And yeah, accept this. If
But
anything
na
else,
you have to see the see the fact and figures. Na now one sex ratio is 1064 into 1000 boys.
Okay, so guys, now your counters are over. We are over 2 minutes. This was enough time. So from our side, we are done. And also, Daphne, this will be just to inform you, like this, the participant who is going to come next will be the last one for the first round from your side. Then whosoever is left, we will shift them to the second round. We have two participants from team A and two participants from team B will be participating, and they will be saying their views and contradicting each other for 6 minutes. So make sure that you plan accordingly now. So this will be the last participant for round one from your team. So go ahead and let's see who's going
Okay.
to come.
Okay, so I'll be calling names, and whoever is available, please respond. Gitanjali, I know is not here. Ankita? No. Moni? Okay, so nobody is here. I'll be taking that place. I hope it's fine.
Yeah. Go ahead. Don't worry.
Okay, so since we are on the topic, who suffers more? So since child, we suffer even before we are born. We suffer from female infanticide. We are killed in our mother's womb. And that nobody seems to ask a question upon, or nobody even tries to kill a male fetus. That's a different debate. It's a kind of humanitarian moral that you should have. You should not kill anybody, even if it's a fetus or a old age person. Okay, next it's about the types of moral obligations that we are placed upon. We are taught how to sit properly. We are taught how to not laugh too loudly. We are taught what subjects we should choose. If it's a girl, we should always have to select go for a doctor, medical profession, and if it's a boy, like it's obvious in general, we can see how many engineers are roaming around the world. If we talk about freedom, we all very clearly know that we do not have it. A male is allowed to roam freely, even if he wants till late at night. 12, it's okay. If he wants to be outside of the house till 1, it's fine. But if a girl wants to stay away or from home till 8, big deal. You cannot. You're not allowed. If you want to have a layover at your friend's place, not allowed. Why? Because you are a girl. Your reputation, character will be tainted. Why? Who arises these questions? Why is it so so distinguishing? Why do we have to be so differentiating between the rights we have for both of them? Surely both of the genders are different. They have their own problems, their own issues. But here, in comparison, we can say that girls are being dominated by males since the start of the century. Somebody from your team said that earlier it was a matriarchal society or something like that. I would like to say from the start of the beginning, from the advent of Earth, it's a patriarchal society. Have you not heard about Adam and Eve? There's a myth that says that Eve is made out of the ribs of Adam. Have you not heard about that? Have you not heard about how the males have um, how the males rape females? Okay, and not just about rapes. In some marriages, there's a marital rape also. They force themselves upon the wife, which is not at all moral. Then it comes about the fairness, as my teammate Priya said. Why do we agree to marry a boy who is earning more and a girl if she is a little darker or dusty? It's a big deal for the society. Everyone comes up with, okay, haldi laga lo. Okay, apply this thing. It's good for your skin. Apply a little milk or something. It's good for your skin. But for boys, always like you have to earn properly. That's what matters. Why do we not teach our daughters and sisters that you have to earn your own bread? Is this right? I'm going to end my counter or argument on this point that if a boy is taught to earn, why not a girl? If a girl is on her period, why do we ask our boys to look away and not help her? is buying a sanitary pad from a shop so shameful act? Why do we always have to wrap it in a newspaper? And why can't we just have it in our hand and walk home? Why do we have to suffer from eve teasing? Huh? Why is buying sanitary pads more shameful act as an act than buying cigarettes? I rest my
Okay,
argument
so
over here.
thank you. So very well said, Daphne, and it was a very long argument that you gave. But also, let me remind you. So I'm going to counter you only, and the topics that you were talking about, the insecurity that girls are having, the less of opportunities that they are having, about human trafficking, getting raped, pressurization of marriage. I feel like the facts are not clear because if you will see, even boys are human trafficked, but for the different kind of reasons. And if you talk about rape, there are so many other countries. Take first example from Thailand only, that even the boys are raped and to a brutality. So this is not something that always everybody in your team was getting along with this topic only, and this was the only point that they were highlighting. This is basically called the woman card that everybody was trying to play, and I really feel that you should get your facts right, because if you see about human trafficking also, boys are the most human trafficked in so many countries, where they are used as militants, they are used as servants, they are used to serve their masters in such a way that nobody else, they feel like they have owned them, and they use them in whatever way they want to use it. So this is something that is these are the points which are similar to the other gender also, but it is just that sometimes there is this woman card that everybody wants to play. So this is the counter that I want to give you. If there is anything that you want to say, feel free.
Snap, I do want to say it's not about one card. It's a reality. It's a fact that we are suffering from problems. It's not new. Rapes are not new. I think boys getting rapes is, I think it's very new thing for me. It's not that I'm hearing it since centuries. It's a very new thing, recent. I'm not even
Okay.
sure that if women do it, like forcing a man over herself. I'm not sure over the fact that's not gonna say anything about it, but this is really something I've not never heard about over centuries before or something. Boys getting tracked. Okay, you say they are taken up as militants, but girls they are taken as prostitutes, right? To work as sex slaves is not a derogatory act or a lot more brutal. As a man, if you deserve to get respected in a society, we also deserve to get respected in a society. We are here not claiming the point that we as women are superiors and we want to always play women card, or we always want you to feed us, unread for us, buy us cosmetics or clothes. No. We are asking you the opportunity. If you are allowed to stay single till the age 28 or 30 or whatever age you want to, we also want to have that opportunity to establish ourselves, to be able to earn, to be able to stay out till whatever time we want to. We
Okay,
want
so we are extending the time.
to have
Definitely,
equal
it was
rights.
really definitely it was really nice hearing you, but we are extending the time limit now. So let's
Okay.
let it be. And now we have, so ultimately we have to move on. Although we were not short of participants, like I can feel that Team B is short of participants for sure. Earlier I was feeling like maybe I will go out of participant, but we still have it. So now we will move on to the second round, in which two participants from each team is going to contradict each other's points, and we will start because we are the team A. So from my side, we have two participants who are ready and very eager to thrash the other team, and probably we will be going to do it. So let me just recall the points that I need to mention here. 6 minutes is the time limit, guys. You can counter each other, but make sure that there is no hustle. Like, try to just don't overpower each other. Try to make sure that if one person is speaking, you are listening to them and then you are countering it, so that it sounds more ethical also, instead of yelling at each other. So I have my two participants ready, which is Bihari Lalla and Bittu. So who are the two debaters from your team who is going to participate in the second round?
Okay, so I'm very glad to announce that to counter your team, I would like to invite Target, first member, and second member would be Shilpa. Both of these members are amazing. Come on, more power to us.
Okay, so now I will tell you when we are going to start it. And if you guys are ready, just open your mic. And definitely there is a disturbance from your side. So just turn off your
Okay,
mic.
let me
I will
myself.
start it. Yeah, I will start it. And then these four can turn on their mics. And from my side, team A, Bihari Lalla will speak first. And then the other participant can start with it. So guys, be ready. And I'm starting the time now. So Bihari Lalla, you go ahead.
Well, I would just like to listen from my team, opponent team, that are they ready to listen my first question? Girls, are you ready?
Yes, yes, go ahead.
Okay. So when I was listening, all of you guys, I listened one thing that you guys are talking about the nature condition. Are you guys familiar about the nurture? What is the superiority that girls is having in the nurture conditions? I will have to listen about it. There is a two condition, nature and nurture. I will like to talk about. Sorry, I will like to listen about nature, not nurture. Like the things that you all have talked about, that was the nurture, upbringing and society. But what about the nature? That nature is giving you the power. Are you familiar with all those things? I will have to listen you all for 1 minute or 2 minutes. Then after I'm gonna enlighten you that what you don't know about yourself.
Can you repeat your question, brother?
The question is, what nature is giving you power when you are going to have a birth, when you got a birth from your mother. At the same times, up to the year of 6 or 8, what kind of power that nature gave you? Do you know about those power? Like those power is not having in the boy side, but you are having all those power. Do you know all those things? Which is making you more powerful on this planet Earth.
Yeah, absolutely. The nature is giving us more power to tolerate each and every discrimination from this world.
Discrimination word is coming to the nurture, not in the nature.
Can you please repeat? I'm not getting your words. Can you please elaborate your point so that I can understand better?
लेट मी हेल्प यू टू अंडरस्टैंड इन हिंदी. जब प्रकृति ने आपको किस तरीके की कुदरत ने आपको किस तरीके का सुविधा दिया है जब आप पैदा होते हो अपने माँ के गर्भ से, तो किस तरीके का सुविधा
Bihari
आपको
Lalla,
प्रकृति ने दिया
please
है?
be this point in your mind. Don't use Hindi here and don't use this type of question here. Try to elaborate your question in a simple way and don't ask this type of question here.
And we want
Please keep in your mind.
we want point for it.
Well, is my opponent understand? Are you guys
Okay,
understanding?
might be they were not able to understand. You can
Okay,
ask
then
again
let
question.
me tell you then. Okay, sir, see, when we talk about nature, Prakriti make you so much powerful on the day of birth. If you see, as a result, between the 4 month, when a newborn, a girl's born, they are more powerful to observe each and everything. They can recognize the face easily as compared to boys. Boys have 60% distraction to observe, and they blink eyes several times to identify which things they are looking at. And girls can identify easily. First point. Second thing that I would like to tell you guys, that you guys have a serotonin that make you more calm and more understandable as compared to testosterone. Boys are having testosterone higher amount, and girl is having more serotonin, that is making you more natural, powerful to observe, think, and take decision calmly as compared to boys. This is the things natural gave you. Third point I would like to give you, at the 4 age, girls, like kinds of very strong to interpret the emotions and building the relations as compared to boys. This is the things that nature is giving you and making you more powerful. If you look at your school lives and the boys is more having, focus on the game where they are having a victory. But if you look at the girls, they are having a small group of game where they are interested to engage with people. They like to be more engageable. So this thing is making you to build a good team. If you look at any woman who is leading to the country, they are leading very, very successfully because they have natural capability to engage and make a big good teams. That is the power, and that's how we see, in the world, first women university founded in the year of 1088 in Morocco by Fatima Al-Fari. That's how we see. And if you look at the another points in the girls, like these things is making naturally, nature is making you more powerful as compared to the boys. And don't you think that
Lala, wait a second. Actually, we have 6 minutes and we don't want that you will speak a lot on it. So let us speak little bit on it. Okay. So first thing that I would like to mention here, you just tell us that boys just play in the grounds and they just improve their skills as compared to the girls. They just spend little time in a group. What is small group? You have mentioned it that there's a small group in which girls just spend a time. So do you really think so it's a better idea to improve and to increase the skills of the girls? That is the way that they are gonna improve themselves. If you're talking about
So that girl only has to take care about
wait
this.
a second. Wait.
It is her personal choice.
हाँ.
Well, that point is at the age of 4 when you are engaging. It is not about when you are adult in the university. And we are talking about the child, not to the adult.
And the second thing you have mentioned is about the nature. So for your kind information, nature has each and everyone. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, Bihari Lalla. Whatever you said was right. Yes, nature is giving us the capability to be a leader, to be more capable than boys. But don't you think that it's really disgusting for us to face such problems after getting 6-year-old or 9-year-olds? That we are encouraged to be in small groups, stay at home. Like let it be what society is doing. Just
Okay, I will tell you general perspective of society. They doubt boys really much. If I'm saying that I'm going a trip with my friends, I will be asked with whom we are going and what is the purpose. While girls are considered extremely calm, composed, and good nature. They think that they are generally saying truth.
Okay, wait a second. You have mentioned girls are very calm and they have good nature. So if a girl is going outside late at night, especially, or please mark my words, late at night, if she is going and there's a stranger who is behind her, can you imagine the feeling of that? Do you even have the experience of it? That we can't even go outside with this feeling, and the feeling is like we can explain to our parents that the person was walking behind us and we even don't know the intention of that person. So don't talk about the feelings, because if you're talking about feelings, so you can't even imagine the pain of the things that is going inside us, that someone will judge us if we
Okay, that is only a single part. But if you see in metro cities or etc., if it is crowded, then you are definitely allowed to go on that place. And if you
one
see
thing,
that these goons or whatever people, they are not
Bitu,
only behind girls. If they find boys also alone, they will just get them killed, or they will just return us also.
One thing I would like to
Yeah.
add with your
Do you
point.
really think so?
There is a state.
There's only one thing that they can't do with you, that is rape. Rape is the only thing that can be happen with a girl. Do you really think so? A boy is gonna do this thing with you, or he's gonna
Okay,
molest you? As in this case, if you are going alone
see,
late at night, so you are mentioning such kind of things that are really
Okay, and I already mentioned, yeah, this is only a part that girls have to suffer a lot, while there are more than millions of types of crimes. Other are all equal, whether it is boy or girl. Only rape you can say, and you are only pointing out this
all are equal,
multiple times.
all are equal. Let me tell you one thing. Even if you are at your home and you have brother, I don't know, but one of your members have mentioned that there's two girls and one boy. So the person has to take the responsibilities of the two girls, so that how she will get married, and there are lots of pressure on that girl, on that boy, that yeah, you have to earn, because only your income will help us to get married with them. So don't you think so? This is really a bad point for us, that we are such a choice for them.
Actually, you are countering your points only. You are saying that boys has to suffer a lot because they are entrusted with more responsibility. So how
Countering.
you
I
are
was
seeing
not
this
countering.
from perspective of yourself that girl is
I
suffering?
was telling you. I
I
was
think
telling
boy
you
is
that
suffering in
your
your
member.
example.
To me carefully. I was telling you that one of your member mentioned this thing. So first listen me carefully, then reply me. I
That's
don't
why he
want.
mentioned that boy is suffering from expectations. The girls are not given those
I was telling.
responsibilities.
Boys are suffering with the acceptations. At least there is something that to be accepted from them. What about the girls? They are good for nothing for them. They don't accept anything for them. They just want them
If
Okay,
they
as
are
a
not
here is the things,
expecting, you
Bitu.
are telling that it is a bad thing
Bitu,
for girls.
one thing,
Should they be
they are very
pressurized also?
confused.
Then you will feel
Let me
good,
highlight
is
one
it?
point here. There is a very confused, there is a state of Nagaland. If you look at the populations, women are highly educated as compared to North Indian people. Because they
Lala,
do
Bihari
give,
Lala.
it's just,
Bihari Lala, you don't need to go outside. You don't need to look at the situation of out of India. You can even talk about
Nagaland
the
is
India. There
the
are many
part
Nagaland
of
is
the
places in
not
India.
out of
And
India.
it
the
is the
point
highly
of
reachable
the
resource
country.
of the Indian state. Nagaland is not outside of India. It is the
Look
part of
at
India.
Bihar.
Update your knowledge. Okay,
Bihari,
let
look
me
at
tell
Bihar,
you now.
and you
I'm
will
coming to
get
the Bihar. Listen it. The thing
what is
is
the
that
difference
it
between
is the
Bihar
problem of the North
government and
Indian. It is not about the all over the India. Okay. If you look at the South India and
Bihari,
Northeast
Bihari,
India, it
Bihari,
is not the
please
same. The
try
problem is
to
only in
try
the
to
North,
conclude the things
North
within 2
India,
seconds.
dowry, rape, and uneducation, discrimination. All those problem is where in North India, UP,
policies,
Bihar,
women's
Rajasthan,
equality.
Gujarat, Maharashtra, all these states, not all over the India. Okay, and don't
Okay,
compare.
guys, very well. I was enjoying to the fullest. This was such a nice round, and I really appreciate it. Although I feel like, girls were silent in the starting, and this was very unique to me. Like I felt like they will be saying so many
Not
things.
at all, not at all. We were not silent. We were waiting that when he will complete, but he was taking two times, so I have to stop in the middle. He
Okay,
was taking two
the
times
time is
explaining
over.
that thing.
Actually, it was six
Uh-huh.
minutes, but I extended it to 10. I was like, let's enjoy a little bit more because I didn't want to interrupt. And then I was like, okay, let's hear Shizuka because if we stop Shizuka, then she will be angry. So when Shizuka was saying, it was already 6 minutes and it
Yeah,
was
Why you
completely
always
fine.
give preference to girl child or girl?
No, it's nothing like that.
Arey,
Okay.
it's not a preference. So Napster himself said that gave opportunity to speak. We were silent. So isn't it a good thing? You were demanding for
Okay,
it.
it
You
was
were
his
demanding
personal
yeah.
preference.
I want
No
to
issue.
request.
No
No.
issue.
I want to
Okay,
Understood.
okay,
request
guys,
my
Understood.
guys. I
host.
was explaining that I just increase like we were enjoying the counterpart and the debate, so that's why we just kind of thought, okay, let's extend the time. Already it was six, but then we extended it to 10 minutes. So
I
now,
want to. I want to say something.
okay, Shizuka.
Actually, Napster,
But it
when
will
the
not be
person,
counted.
Yeah. Shizuka.
please, please.
Uh-huh.
Napster, when the person of your team was speaking, so we were waiting when he will finish, but he was elongating the things a lot. So I thought he will definitely take the time of it. So I needed to interrupt him in the middle of the his speech.
Okay, I
So it's not
partially
our first
agree
time.
with it, but the
He was
problem
the
was
first.
that you were not getting his point in the starting, so he had to explain everything in a very brief manner. So that took time. So it's not a big deal, and it was a very
If it
nice
will take time to him, if
round.
it will take
Guys,
time to him, if he will ask the
wait,
question
wait.
like this, we will definitely
Guys,
take time.
Let's not
it's
discuss
over,
within ourselves.
guys.
Judges are there, so
Guys,
let's
Session.
move on.
Wait, sessions are going on. Let it finish then we will
yeah.
decide this.
So from
Conclude.
our side, first round is done, second round is done, and this is the only third round where we are here for the conclusion. So. Now I feel like Daphne was already one debater from her team. So Daphne, if there is something that you want to say on the conclusion, would you like me to go first, or you want to say it first? Because I have few points that I would like to share, like my views on this particular topic only. So if you want to go first, then you can, or else I will start.
So it's always been ladies first. So now let's reverse it a bit. Go first.
Okay. So for me, and I completely agree with each and every debater who was from my team, and this is my round. So I will say that I have few points where I noticed that they were saying that they are insecure and they don't feel comfortable while going out. They have to make sure that there is somebody. So guys, stand up for yourself. This is the time that you should think that okay, you can stand up for yourself. There always there will not be anybody else, be it a man or anybody like who is going to accompany you. You should stand for yourself. Second is, just for your info, boys are even more vulnerable than females sometimes, biologically, genetically. And I have full report. If you want it, I have downloaded it recently, so I have it. If anybody needs it, feel comfortable, I will give it to you. Third, I already explained about the human trafficking while I was countering Daphne, and this is a true statement. And every girl who was there, they were highlighting one point. When your other teammate has already said it about rape, why are you countering it again and again and again? Okay, we know it. But for your information, even boys are getting raped. So just go and read something or get your hands on this kind of knowledge where this is also happening. It also happens in the corporate culture, and it's not the woman who is doing this, but guys are getting molested in official terms also. So I have fourth one. People say that men are not emotionally weak. Absolutely wrong. Then why we are the most, like, why men are the most of the culprits where they feel that they are heartbroken or something went wrong with their family and then they commit suicide? Most of the cases will be related to man only. Then fifth point that is very close to me, you say we are not getting support or we are not getting the facilities or anything. Guys, go to Delhi Metro and see reserved for women. You won't be seeing anything like reserved for man, not at all. And even if there is a man in an empty metro, he is sitting on the reserved seat for women. They will be like, how dare you? This is something that is reserved for. Even if the metro is all empty, they will be like, no, I want to sit on this particular seat. So you have the resources, you have the opportunities, try to utilize it. Everything is with you. There is no discrimination. Again, about the power that you say, our president is a woman. So then so many participants were saying still woman has to suffer. What kind of suffering you expect? Like there is, you say we don't have opportunities, our president is a woman. What more do you want? Like this is the highest ever rank which can be achieved, and she's already there. What else do you say? Seventh and the last one, they say girls can't step out of home. Let me tell you, I have a friend who has applied for the third passport recently, and there are 36 pages in one passport, and she has already traveled more than 80 countries, and she's going to travel another one. So it's all about your thinking. I am concluding this by saying think big, don't be in a cage, think out of the box, and you will achieve whatever you want. So this is my conclusion. And guys, thank you so much for participating. It was really nice having you. I was listening to each and everybody. So good debate, and it was so joyful. So now over to you, Daphne. If there is anything that you want to say, it's your time, and then we will end this.
Yes, Nats, I have a lot to say over here. First of all, like we claim to carry a spray whenever or every time that we step out to keep ourselves safe to some extent. Like Napster said, you can also carry a knife, okay, if you're feeling threatened by a girl. Next, that you said that you have the report. I want to see that report because words don't really matter over here. Who knows if they just say it and go away with it? We know we want the report. Next, you said that men are also getting raped. You just say this is what equality is in true sense. Although wrong, but yeah. You said emotionally weak. It's parents, it's your father. We do not cry. Why? Because you are a boy. Not our fault. We as girls of this generation do not do it. And as far as is concerned about the boys of this generation, we know some of them are eve teasers, molesters. Okay, not a personal attack on anybody, general data as to clarify. Okay, it's a general data. Next, as you said that we have reservation for women in metro and blah blah blah. So we also have reservation for scheduled castes, scheduled tribes, backward classes. So what do? Snatch the reservations from them and say them that, okay, you have to claim the seat on your own intelligence and capability. No, you do not understand the concept of giving reservation, my dear. You need to clear up or brush up your data. We give reservation to the weak classes of society to empower them, okay, so that we can empower them to some extent so that they can have a stand in society, ratio in society to reflect their opinion and position so that they can improve the classes of their kind, okay. And if we have a president as a woman itself, proud moment for us. It's a she and not a he. Okay, and we as girls do wish to achieve a lot only if the male of our family become a little more supportive than they are now. Not only the males of our own family, but the society also. Because if we step out of our house, 2 blocks later, there will be 4 boys standing, whistling and asking about, okay, where are you going? Okay, nice dress. And we do not want these unnecessary compliments. We have enough of this. We have had a great look in the mirror before stepping out of the house. So we have applied whatever we wanted to. We know that we are looking good. So please stop doing this. You said it's about perspective. So yeah, it's about perspective. You think that males are the only ones who are suppressed and not get the proper exposure. So my dear, it's a matter of perspective. We as women know what's happening in this community, and you as males also know what's happening in the society. If you have a sister in your house, you can just have a 5 minute talk, ask to her how open she is with you. Okay, how freely can she talk to you about the problems she suffers as a female? Did she ever freely tell you about the boys that leave her in classroom? No, she is very ashamed or insecure about this. So we as women demand just one thing, and here we are not here to change some rules of government or policies. No, that's not happening here. We want that all the 22 participants we have change their mentality. All these girls that are here should become a little more brave. The boys over here should become a little more supportive. We want a friendly bond with boys. We are not here to slap anybody. We do not like it. You were mentioning about the case of Lucknow where a girl slapped. We are not in favor of that. Let me tell you very clearly as the representative of women. Okay, I take the authority to represent myself. We are against that. We did not support that. And if anything, we want just for them. That man, if he hasn't gotten it. And I really respect that man's courage because he did not slap back even once. Because had I been in that man's place, I would have given her a tight slap so that she should have fallen to the ground. Because in equal situations, I would have done the same. So thank you for being patient, listening to me. And yeah, it was a great debate, matter. And everybody who was listening to me, thank you for your patience. Thank you. Thank you.
I want point towards the space that our host given.
Okay. Yeah, there will be. Obviously, there will be. So, guys, we are ending on this note, and it was a very nice debate. It was very nice having you all. So, see you tomorrow and any other session. And good night, everybody. You would be waiting for your dinner also. So, have a peaceful dinner, bon appetit, and good night. Take care of yourselves.
Yes, and for result, try to check pin message tomorrow before 1 p.m. We will post the result as soon as possible. Thanks for participating and also stay as a listener here in this Learn English panel. Thank you so much to all.